That's enough of that. Well, let me. Okay. Forgot to turn this thing on. What do you know? There's always something I forget. Well, today's probably a little worse. Go. Just check it out. There you go. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Sorry about that. I may be a little what's the term I'm looking for? Out of sorts. No, not that. Out of sorts sounds a little angry. I'm not angry. I'm just what's up, Johnny? How you doing, Johnny? I might have had one bowl too many before the live stream. Let's just say that. Ah, shoot. See what I mean? I left my water. My water is 7 feet away from me right now. Hold on, Johnny. Be right back. I forgot to fill it. Johnny says, how you doing? I can't complain. My hair is a little like this new mousse I got is just not holding my hair up. What's up, All Eyes? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day today. Hope both of you are having good days for sure. Yeah, I may be a little under the influence today. I will admit right off the bat. So it is what it is. I may have miscalculated dosage. Let's just put it that way. May have miscalculated. Oh. What's going on with you guys? Anything interesting going on? Look me in the eyes. Do you smoke the devil's lettuce? Smoke it. Amongst other things. I may partake of every now and then. Or, whenever possible. Oh, got to bring this in. There we go. Straighten this shit out. All right, so what's going on? Nothing, man. I've just been following what's going on with the whole Reddit thing. I don't know if you guys have been following that. That's been going crazy. Reddit's going down. Like, yeah, it's going, and what I mean is, even if it's going to be a lot like Twitter in the sense of that, Twitter still exists and for now in the way that it exists, and Reddit will go on to exist as well in whatever way that it exists, but it will no longer be as reputable as a place as it was before. Just like Twitter lost its reputation, right? The same way Reddit is going through that same thing right now. And Yeah, it's kind of interesting just to see the how it's unfolding. But yeah, hey, Johnny, I wanted to ask you, uh, um, how's it going with your sourdough? Did you ever try not doing it overnight? Did you notice any difference? And also, there's a trick that a lot of that you can do that a lot of bakeries do as well, which is they put citric acid. Like there's this baker's version of citric acid that you can get. It's like this powder. You put just like a little bit in. It's supposed to raise the make it more sour, basically. Like a lot of bakeries do it. Like you would be very surprised. I don't do it because number one, I ain't got the money for that shit. I don't even know how much it costs. I'm not even bothering looking in. Number two, I don't do it just because I'm a purist at heart. Oh, I says you got to go. Well, thanks for popping in, man. Good seeing you. Always glad having you around. Oh, I forgot to do something. Man, my brain is gone today, guys. The heck, I forgot to tell everybody on Snapchat. There we go. Nice of him to stop in. Citric acid for preservative? No, it's to make it more sour. That's what they do. That's how like a lot of your like even store-bought sourdoughs and or bakery sourdoughs will put this little bit of this kind of citric acid. Basically, it's a powdered form, and they'll put just a little bit of it in it, and it's supposed to make it more sour. Basically, it's a trick. A trick, Johnny. Thank you for subscribing, Branwyn. Much appreciated. Always nice to get a new sub. But yeah, it is. It's an old trick. I don't do it. I'm a purist, and I'm. Yeah, but if you wanted to, if you're making sourdough for people and you want to attract them with, wow, his sourdough is, pretty sour. Just saying, I don't know how much it costs. There is a way. What? What, Wolf? Always now nice to have a new Dom? What? There's something you're trying to tell us, Wolf? Not sure what's going on with that. Johnny says my bread lasts for like 5 to 7 days out of the fridge. That's normal. That's typical. I was looking into natural preservatives to maintain shelf life a bit. So here's the thing with bread. Shelf life is determined by two things with bread. It's determined by the amount of moisture that's in the dough, and it depends on the amount of salt. Now, obviously, you don't want to put a lot of salt because that will ruin the taste. So the only other thing that you can really do is control the moisture, and which would mean using a lower hydration, which may not get you the results you want if you want a lot of like holes and what have you. It'll be slightly smaller because it won't get as big of a puff, big of a rise. Unless, of course, you use a little more yeast, and then that can offset it a little bit. But and that I've made stuff that have lasted up to 10 days. The lower the hydration, the longer it will last. Oh, also, it's how you're storing the bread as well. That's another big thing. If you're storing it like out on the shelf, out in the open, it's going to go bad faster. If you wrap it, it will go like in some kind of either cellophane or foil or even a cloth. It will go slower as well. So there are things that you can do to make your bread last a little longer. not go stale as fast. Like we have a bread box that we use to store our bread in. And we slice it up and literally just put it in the bread box. And so that might be an option for you. But yeah, I don't know if you want to go preservative, man. I know it'll make them last longer, but then you can't give that all natural kind of vibe to it, to your sourdough. I don't know how you're selling it or what have you, but you wouldn't be able to do that anymore. Oh, well, you said it's I got it. Okay, Wolf. He said it's nice to have a new sub. Oh, got me. God. You got me. Feel gotten. I'm going to throw a link in the public chat for a second. Discord. Anyone wants to join me live on camera or audio or both, feel free to use that link. If not, that's cool too. Yeah, so it's been weird not being on. I deleted my Reddit account. I deleted everything on it. Fuck them. I burned that thing to my account to the ground. I'm just not. To me, I am so far over corporate, like money being the bottom line kind of places like that. Like where they just throw off the consumer, fuck the consumer, fuck them, what have you. And that's why you're starting to see a growing surge of decentralized, and federated platforms popping up. Like this whole Reddit thing. Like, so there was I've told you guys about like the Fediverse, right? The Mastodon and all that stuff. I've talked to you guys about that before. This is in that league. There was a software that popped up like a little less than a year ago called Lemmy, and that's now getting more attention now that Reddit has gone down, because it very much works like Reddit in a very bare bones kind of way right now. But now it's getting more attention and more development. So yeah, Lemmy, right, Wolf, yeah. So and it's like and it works on ActivityPub platform like Mastodon, PeerTube, PixelFed, Pleroma, like Motorhead Lemmy. Yeah, that's what it's called, Lemmy. Yeah, it's a software that you can install and run yourself if you have a server, and you can host basically your own Reddit. And you can federate it with or connect it to other people that are doing just exactly the same. And you can see other people's stuff that they put up and your stuff and all that stuff. So, yeah. It's Scottish and drunk. Possibly. Yeah, so that's been getting more popularity. And that's what's going to happen. That's what the future is. Like I use corporate. Let's put it like this. I will use corporate. Like I use Google. I'm using Twitch right now. I'm YouTube, and what I mean by Google, I use YouTube, Twitch, and what have you. And I'll use them until at such a point where I can no longer use them. Like I don't feel right using them. I didn't, and then I'll probably use them until they die. Who knows? I hate Twitch. I don't give a fuck about Twitch. But I also support like the federated version, like PeerTube. Like I'm doing this on PeerTube as well as Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because I want to support that service. I want to support decentralized federated services. That's where it says, follow me on Mastodon down there. Because these aren't owned by corporation. These are owned by people. And they're fun. Think of it like public access or, public broadcasting services. But in this case, it's public social media services. Run by people. It's paid for by donations. No one's trying to sell you. No one's trying to make you a product. It's just a service that's being offered. That's it. And I think that it's been gaining popularity for years, and now that people are starting to see places like Twitter and Reddit fall apart, gaining even more popularity. So there you go. They're going to learn. Reddit's going to learn, just like Twitter learned. They just completely lost their respectability, especially from, like, I know so many people that have deleted their accounts now on Reddit. Well, those streams brought to you by the letter W and the number 13. What? That's some kind of like coded message or something. I don't know. Losing me on that, Wolf. How you doing, Wolf? How are things going, man? I hope things are going well for you. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, like PBS for social. Oh, I get it. Like Sesame Street. Got it. Like I said, I smoked a little bit too much before the live stream, dude. So I may be a little lost. If you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Wolfman says, he's doing great. I was able to tame a Lox on Valheim. So have you figured out how to play Valheim and work at the same time? Like, do you play Valheim in between calls? No, unfortunately. Ah, too bad, man. That would have been good. That would have been it. That would have been what you needed. Stretch. Excuse me. Yeah, so what else is going on in the world? I got my surgery coming up in a couple weeks, 23rd. Shit, what is today? Today's the 13th. Oh, shit. So in 10 days? No, that can't be right. Yeah, today's the 13th, and my surgery's on the 23rd. I have 10 days. I still don't know what hospital I'm going to. I know. I have to, like, this Wednesday, I have to get x-rays and done, and I have to have blood work done, and then that'll be forwarded to my doctor, my surgeon. Right now, I'm just, everybody says I have enough time, but I just realized I have 10 days. I'm having surgery in 10 days. That just sunk in for me, like right now. Wolfman says, I have info for you on knee surgery. I talked to my dad who had both replaced. How long ago did he have them replaced? Because it was like 20 years ago. I don't know if that's going to help. But what do you got for me about it? I mean, I've watched a lot of videos. I've watched a lot of things like on what I should expect and what exercises to do. And I'm sure I'll get a what do you call it? Physical therapist. And I plan on doing everything because everything I've read, everything I've watched says that you got to keep moving. You got to stretch every day. You got multiple, like every hour, you got to work on stretching. They say it's going to hurt. They say it can hurt. Like it can be the worst painful operation worse than a hip being replaced. They say, but you have to kind of like push through it, take your pain medication, push through it, because if you do, you'll end up healing faster and with less scar tissues. That's what I'm hearing from everybody is saying. Is that the key is just movement, do your exercises, everything else like that. Oh, 2 years ago. Okay. Wolf says he had ligaments replaced and cartilage. Yes, he said to move as much as you can, then move more. Yeah, I plan on doing. Like Tam wanted me to stay upstairs, for like the first week or so, and I'm like, no, everything I'm reading, everything I'm telling me, that I see tells me that I shouldn't do that. So the plan is, I'll come downstairs. That's why should be fun watching me live stream, because I'm just gonna be all fucked up on pain meds. But I'll be down here. Oh, that's okay, Wolf. Your presence is all the present that I need. How sappy is that? Yeah. So that's coming up in 10 days. Holy crap. Sorry, I'm still kind of tripping on that. 10 days. Oof. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. You know what it is I was trying to tell Tam, I kind of, if I can get a little personal with you guys for a second. I broke down with Tam the other day on Saturday on the way home from the doctor's appointment, where, I had to get my EKG done, my heart checked, and, all that stuff, right? And I broke down. I just literally I just got overwhelmed, and I started to like cry. I did. I started to cry. And the reason is because, and I explained it to Tam, I said, look, I don't have a problem with pain. Like I've broken my legs, I've broken arms, I've dislocated joints before in the past. I have had scalding, like boiling 3rd degree, bad burns on my arm. I know what pain is. I've had nails driven through my feet. I know what pain is, right? I don't fear the pain. I'm just tired of the pain. And I know having this operation will help me get past that pain. Having this operation will eventually reduce the pain. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I will do it. And that's why it'll get done. But on the other hand, I'm tired of the pain. And that's where the frustration came in. It's just like, it's like knowing that I have to like get hit in the face with a baseball bat in order to see, or I don't know. That's not a good that's not a good way to explain it. It's like this. Essentially was what I told her is I'm tired of the pain. I know I have to get through this so that I have less pain. I said, but just the knowledge that I have to go through all this pain is even though I know I can handle it, it's just more to handle. It's just like, yeah, I can handle it. I don't want to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tired of handling pain. And this is going to be a lot more pain for a couple of weeks, even though I'm taking meds. I just like, there's that part of me that's just tired of it. And it just, that day, it got to me. And I'm better now. I feel better now. And, I have a better attitude now. But that day just kind of drained me. And Tam was supportive and nice and talked about it and opened, helped me open up to her and talk to her about it and what have you. And I'm fine. And it's going to happen and it's going to get done. And, and I'll push through it and I'll be strong and all that stuff. But I'm just tired of pushing through things and I'm tired of being strong. And I know my pain isn't as severe as like some people is. I'm not comparing pain. Pain is pain. You know, for me, it's just such a constant in my life every day that I feel some measure of pain that it just gets tiring sometimes. It's the only way I can explain it. It just wears me out. You know, like your emotions and the energy that you have throughout the day. It just wears me. So, like I said, I know it's a good thing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have it done. Just fuck. I don't know if that makes any sense. You tell me. Okay. Oh, sorry. What? I just got into talking there. This, you know pain, so you see Peaches with Bette Midler. Yes, and you are the wind beneath my wings, Wolf. Wolf says, well, seriously, I know what you mean, but once it's done, you'll feel great. Yeah, that's when you have the second need done. It won't be as bad. Same thing happened with my dental issues. Oh yeah, I know. I know how that is. I know. And like I said, it's not the fear of pain. I mean, fuck, I used to get punched in the face for fun. You know, I used to subject my joints. I know pain. It's I have zero fear of pain. Well, that's not true. I mean, fuck, I don't want my arm broke, shit like that. But I'm just saying, you know, I know how to take pain. I know how to deal with pain. I know how to handle pain. Not an issue. Just fuck, so tiring. All the handling. Johnny says a long nagging pain is torture, dude. Totally understandable. Yeah, thanks. I mean, that's what it is. It's a good way to put it. It will wear on you. Yeah. Fat TD, you are the wind beneath my briefs. You are the wind beneath my briefs. Yeah, so, you know, just dealing with that. So 10 days, shit. Almost a week, yeah. Getting those results down the line. I wouldn't be surprised if they postpone it. I'll be surprised if they don't, actually. Because well, I don't know. It depends. Shit travels fast these days. It just depends on how fast the Quest Diagnostic, which is the people who take my blood, how fast they get the results to the doctor's office and how fast the doctor's office faxes it to my surgeon. So that's all I'm waiting. That's all we're waiting for. Get her done. Wolf says, you know, I think the three of us could do an awesome podcast. We should. I'd do it with you guys. Hey, just come join me as a guest. I got all the setup for it and everything too. You guys could join from your phone or your PC or whatever you want. I could stream it, set it up, created its own channel for it, whatever. I've been trying to get a podcast going with my friend Ray, but it's been like 2.5, 3 months. I've been trying to get this going off with him, and he just finally bought all of his equipment. So I'll do that with him whenever he gets around to it, and I'll do one with you guys too. Shit, you think I'm kidding? Johnny, someone who doesn't have napping people 10 feet from them join up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know, man. You gotta take care of that kid. Let him sleep. Wow, my household is fighting an upper respiratory infection. Kid first, wife second, me next. Oh, damn. How'd that happen? Hey, you know what? That sucks. Kids are filthy, man. Kids are filthy, especially if they're around other kids. Like I would take my kid to the park. Filthy. Filthy, filthy. Johnny says I can do the same on Anchor for an audio only cast. I'm definitely down. There you go. See, solutions. We have no idea where it came from, Johnny says. Yeah. Germs. That's how it happened. My kid doesn't go to school yet. Oh, yeah, I know. But I was just assuming maybe there's play dates with other kids. Stuff like that. Kids are germ factories. Wolfman says, I embarrassed myself last night and played softball. Don't you mean you embarrassed yourself playing softball? Hey, softball's legit fun. What's the embarrassment out of it that you're not like playing baseball? Softball's fun, man. Why be embarrassed by that? Played a fun game. Got a little exercise, maybe. Hung out with your, I assume your friends and what have you. Dude, what's the embarrassment? Shine, you crazy diamond. Johnny, we have him in a bubble. Probably smart. Wolfman says, the way I played, I used to be better. Wolfmen are competitive. They're also old. They're also older. Woof. So, yeah. That's the other part of it. Not old. Vintage. Vintage Woof, of course. Crazy. What was I thinking? The madness, indeed. But, you do what you got to do. Used to be better. Oh, hey, hold on. Oh, that's right. You have your movie to go to today, huh? I do. What time's that at? 6:45. Oh, you're dressed early. Oh, yeah. I said 3:30, but 3 is okay. This are pajamas. Oh, I see. I thought you had a skirt on underneath. Oh, okay. Well, those colors look good on you, by the way. My daughter is walking Dax for me. Take him out to go potty. I've been trying to take him out more often or have him taken out more often these days because, he's getting older. You know how it is. You get older and, got to go a little more often. It happens. It happens. Hold on 1 second. PeerTube doesn't have chat. There we go. Someone on a Mastodon just messaged me and said, we can't talk to you, or am I using the wrong process? So they're probably on PeerTube. The PeerTube doesn't have a chat, just video right now. The chat's supposed to be coming for the end of the year, I think. There's just one guy working on it, so got to give him time. That's the thing about homebrewed software is that, it's usually just one person working on it. You got to give him time, Well, Johnny, my bladder is shrinking too. So, Johnny, did I tell you my thing about my bladder? I mean, I don't mean to get into old talk here, but did I tell you what my issue was with my bladder? Because you remember, I told you guys about, that I was going all the time and what have you. That's been improving a lot, So I'm sorry, I got caught up in the chat. So here, so basically, what happened was that there's nothing wrong with my bladder. That I basically trained my bladder to go more frequently. So now I'm using a medication to train my bladder to go less frequently, and it's working. So I'm like happy. Yeah, your bladder is shrinking or your prostate is getting larger. Yeah, I had mine checked, man. I had all that checked, and it's fine. All that stuff is fine for me. Wolfman says, I love the background. It looks like the law offices of Dude, Funk, and Dudes. You know, I love this thing too because it's a doll image. It's image through one of those what do you call it? Machine learning graphic software. That can make whatever you ask it to make, kind of thing. And I just told it this is like I think I showed you guys last time, right? The 8th, 9th iteration. But yeah, these things here make no sense. Like this has like a square for a body. This one over here, I'm not even sure is this a hand? I'm not sure. It just has 2 thighs and knees that go straight down. I mean, I'm not sure what's supposed to be happening with this one. None of the books have words that are legible. Yeah, thought it would look more legit. I don't know. What do you guys think? The dog getting older was what I was referencing. Okay. How does one train bladder? Hold it longer? Yeah, so sort of. So what it does is it stops any yeah, basically that's what it's doing. The medication that I take kind of stops it from my bladder from what's the word? Like it would kind of spaz out, right? It would kind of spaz. So what would happen is I would start to feel like I'm going to have to pee, and that would feel very intense, right? And so I what the medication does is it kind of holds back that feeling a little bit of I've got to pee, that so it gives you enough time to allows you to hold it for longer. And then after you've held it long enough, you really start to feel like you have to go. Like you start to see this difference. And so you go from just having to pee to really having to go, and you try to space that out farther and farther and farther apart as you go. So I've gone, like, now I can go up to I've been able to sit down and watch, with Tam, watch movies now, which I couldn't do before. I would have to get up like every 20 minutes at home while we're laying there in bed watching a movie. I'd have to get up like every 20 minutes to use the bathroom. I don't have to do that anymore. At least not as frequently as I used to. Wolfman says medicine is better than a shock collar to train your bladder. Well, see here, that's the next step. If this didn't work, like, that's funny you say that. If this doesn't work, or if this didn't work, the next treatment is that I would have to come in like once or twice a week for 11 weeks to the doctor's office, and they would stick a needle in my foot to hit a certain nerve to send a shock through that nerve up to my bladder. So essentially doing the same thing as you just talked about. So I know you were joking, but that's pretty much the next step if this didn't work. Fusion models. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Whoopin's got a movie idea. How to Train Your Bladder, starring Wilford Brimley and Chris Rock as the voice of the bladder. I'd watch it. I admit it. I would watch it. For sure. Looks like we got some people watching from PeerTube. Hello, my PeerTube friends. Thank you for watching the live stream. I'm sorry you can't participate. If you're watching from PeerTube, simply because, there's no chat. So if you want to chat, you can either come to YouTube or Twitch or hit me up in my Discord. And that's pretty much the best ways to do it. Or send me a message on Mastodon. I do check that every now and then. I'll go back, see what my friends at Mastodon doing. That's one. But How to Train Your Bladder. Excellent idea, Wolfman. Let's make that movie happen. It sounds like the name of a porno. I hate to. It sounds like a very niche porno. Oh, that's gotta be a thing, right? Okay. God damn, am I gonna have to look? I don't wanna have to look, but I get a feeling that's the name of a porno. I mean, yes, the cat is real. That's what you're asking yourself right now. The cat is real. Johnny has that one on VHS, yeah? VHS. Man, people don't understand how easy they have it today when it comes to porn. Right? Like, I come from an era that getting porn was effort. Like, before the internet, all that, getting porn was effort. You had to have a strategy, especially if you were underage. Like, you had to know a place or a person or something like that. Now, it's just a couple of taps on your phone or what have you. They just don't know what the struggle was. Wolfman, the old 8mm reels. Yeah, there you go. I was a kid. I was like a teenager. I had a big box of porn that I had hidden in my closet under the floor. I kid you not. I had pulled up one of the floorboards, or actually a bunch of the boards in my closet, and one day, and basically just sat them in a big box on the ground underneath my house. Stayed there for a couple of years, but it was basically a huge box of porn. And then they don't know these days about like having to go to the video rental stores and going into that back room. Usually it's like with you had to walk through some beads, or you had to go through a door or something like that, and there'd be a bunch of guys just staring straight ahead at whatever videos that they were looking at, because none of the guys wanted to make eye contact. Oh man. And then if you ever happen to go to a porno store, like like a store, people don't realize there was stores strictly for porno. Those places were built like, I don't know how they are in other states, but here in Orange County, those places were built like jail cells. Like it was usually pretty well bricked. There's a security guard, a one way in, one way out, that kind of thing. And you had to go through that if you wanted to get something. Yeah, those were the days. Now, nothing. It's easy. A couple of clicks and you're there. That's okay. It's the heyday, I guess. Let me check Mastodon really quick. Everything's good there. Arr. Arr. All right, cool. So what else is going on? Oh, so yeah, I got the surgery coming up in 10 days. Oh my god. And then I don't know what to expect after that. I know. Star Wars Outlaws. That's another thing. You know, I've been on the fence. I've been on the fence about Jedi Survivor. I know I want to get the game. I just don't know if I want to pay $70 for it. So I did like the last game. It was a fun game to play. But I'm not fully convinced I want to pay $70 for it. I'm like, there's just this. Like, I know when Assassin's Creed comes out in November, I'll get that right away. Like, I've always gotten every Assassin's Creed. Well, almost every. When it first came out, I know I'll probably get this one too. And I try to limit the amount of money I spend on games every year because I spend a lot of money on games every year. You know, at least I don't even want to calculate how much. I probably buy, 2 or 3 new games every year. That plus my PlayStation Now membership and all that. So, do the math. So I try to keep things down when I can. But that game looks good. Looks fun. But I may want to wait for it. I keep going back and forth. I look at the game and I go, I can wait. But I'm only really, I'm just going to wait for it to go down to $45. I'm really only saving I guess $20-$25. But I don't know. I can't decide. Who says Outlaws looks like a GTA type in Star Wars universe open world? Yeah, that's what I think they're selling it as. Looks very cool. What platform is that going to be? Is that going to be on all the platforms or just the what is it coming out on? I don't know. What do you think I should do? Should I just get? Here's the other thing I thought. Oh, get Jedi Survivor, and I could play it and then I'll play it when I get after the surgery. But then I figured I might be all fucked up. I don't know. Oh, there's a new thing on GTA now too. Wolf, I don't know if you know. There's it just came out today. It's like the mercenary thing or something like that. You have to. I'm not sure what you have to do. You have to get some car and some base or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you can be a mercenary now. Wolfman says PS5, Xbox, and PC. I think it's only newer Xbox. Yeah. Says, I heard about the mercenaries. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. But I know it's supposed to have started today. We shall see how that goes. I think what else? Yeah, the Outlaws looks really good. The game looks really good. I'll probably get it. I'll see why I wouldn't. When's that supposed to come out though? Did they say when they expect to release it? $2024, yeah. So you got a while before it comes out. And the only other game I'm looking forward next to is Assassin's Creed. Next. The only other game I'm looking forward to next is Assassin's Creed. Then Spider-Man, but I don't think that comes out until 2024 either. So got a while for that. I don't think of there. I don't know if there's any other games I'm really looking forward to right now. The games I play are, just whatever is available to me on my PlayStation Now. Like there's a bunch of driving games I've been playing lately. Wolfman says I pre-ordered AEW. What is AEW? I'm not good with acronyms when I've had too many, man. I do not know what AEW is. AEW. Oh, wrestling game. Got it. There's I have access to a wrestling game now that I can play. I don't. It's one of the WWE games. I just haven't tried it. I used to play those games, not so much anymore. Not so much. Nothing against them. They're cool games. I just, haven't played for a while. I still can't get it out of my head the 10 days, dude. I still can't. I still am like, it's going through my head that it's just 10 days away. I don't know. Like sometimes my sense of time is just way off, you know? Like I had no idea. Like I know that, like it wasn't until I saw that today was the 13th and I did the calculation in my head. I realized I had 10 days. It was just this at the end of the month kind of thing that was in my head. And wasn't existing on any permanent, measure. So when I saw the date and counted the 10 days in my head, I just kind of like something snapped at me and went, oh shit, 10 days. It'll be a hoot, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm still tripping on that. Sorry. Tam got these chips. She's been buying these like they're kind of like Frito looking chips, like the triangles, right? And they come in like different flavors. They're so good. But they're not made with corn and they're not made of flour. They're made with I think it's cassava and avocado oil. They're so good, man. Like like I've never had anything like them before, but they're so tasty. And I don't even like avocado. I love this. They don't taste like avocado. They just taste like chips, whatever flavors put on them. They're delicious. But yeah, cassava or whatever, cassava root, whatever the heck that is. I don't think I've ever had it before, cassava root. I assume it's a root. I don't know. All right, guys, let me step all the way for a second. I'm going to be right back. Yemeni. Sorry about that. Took a bit longer than I expected. That's how it goes sometimes. Hey, if you're new and you're watching right now, I am Mr. Funky Dude. I'm just here to have a nice little chat with you. Hit me up in the chat if you need a little encouragement, need a little advice about something, or just want to join in on the conversation. We talk about all sorts of subjects, just not politics, not religion. Let's leave that for other places. We're just here to kind of escape that, talk about, whatever comes to our mind about the day or what's going on in our lives. And you can actually join me if you want to. If you are a follower, a subscriber, and if you have access to my Discord, you can get a link that will put you right here as a guest. You need to talk to me about something going on in your life. If not, feel free to hit me up in the chat. Or if you're from Mastodon and one of my followers there, just go ahead and DM me, and I'll shoot you the link. And you can join from your phone using either video or audio. Or both. It's amazing. How does this happen? Well, we don't know. We just know that it does. We accept it and we move forward. You know what I need to do? I need to put some of these sound effects. I need to create some... I've got some sound effects that are handy here. I need to create some shortcuts for... let's say we got an air horn, crowd applause, doorbell ring, drum snare, sad trumpet, magical twinkle. That's good. Is the trumpet, sad trumpet. So for things like, hey, if you don't have access to the chat on PeerTube, sorry about that. Blame PeerTube. I gotta find some more sound effects now. I gotta make a soundboard. Now I gotta know what the magical twinkle is. Here we go. The magical twinkle. You ready? Oh, that's great. And of course the drum snare roll. We know this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for the big... Oh, too late. Didn't have the timing down. All right, well, that's interesting. Very interesting. Stress in my shoulders. Yeah, I carry a lot of I don't know about you, but I carry a lot of stress in my shoulders and in my back. I try to do everything I can to relax I have so much tension back here, and I try to do everything I can every day to relax them. I do these stretching exercises with my shoulders, and I have this heating pad that I use. This thing is a heating pad. It goes around your neck. These things are great, by the way. And I try to get the muscles to relax, get my shoulders to relax. Some days are harder than others. But I don't know why I do that. I wish I didn't. I guess it's better than carrying it in my back, but still, I mean, no es bueno. No good. But, I feel like the closer I get to the surgery, the little more stress I'm getting. Who knows? But it does seem to be something like that. Oh. Retro. What are you going to do? Yeah, I definitely had too many bowls before I started today. because it's a little difficult for me to riff on my own without talking to anybody. But, people got their lives. They got to do their things. It's normal to be anxious. Yeah, I know it is. I know. And I'm not worried about anything. It's normal to be anxious. And I know why I'm anxious is because I've never done this before. It's normal to be anxious about something that you've never done. It helps be prepared. I know what to expect. But it's one of those things to know, and then there's another thing to go through. So until I go through it, you get what I'm saying? I'm going to be a little anxious. But probably not as anxious as if I hadn't have been as well informed as I am, on it. So we'll see. I'm going to do my best, though. Gonna do my best. Johnny says, I'm doing dough right now. My last post blew up and got a bunch of orders. I might have cracked the code for Nextdoor app. Nice, man. What'd you do differently this time? You know what you ought to do, Johnny? You ought to use Bard or ChatGTP to write your post for Nextdoor. Give it a good prompt. Say, write me a prompt for the Nextdoor app, which will encourage people to buy the sourdough bread that I make, and then give them things like include the idea of freshness, include the idea of simplicity in form, include the idea of artisanal bread. You get what I'm saying. Just create the right prompts for it, and then see what it comes up with. Oh, you can't tell me how to crack the code? Oh, that's right. We're public. You have to tell me in private, man. Tell you in a few minutes. It does work, though. It's good, man. That's great. I need to make some bread. I'll probably make some bread tomorrow. We'll see. Or maybe I think we have a little bit of bread left. I could probably get away with. Yeah, I'll make some bread tomorrow. I'll make a couple of loaves. Oh, no, shoot. Wait, tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I forgot today was Monday. I'm always off a day. Just call me off a day funk. Off a day, dude. Johnny says, my hands are going to be doughy for the next few minutes. I am listening. Well, make sure you clean your hands, especially if you got a sick kid around there. I am very, very meticulous with my hand cleaning when it comes to baking. I probably easily wash my hands a dozen times when I'm baking. Anytime I'm going to touch the dough, I wash my hands. If I touch something else in the middle of touching my dough, like if I'm sitting down and I'm making small bowls, right? If I reach underneath my chair to scoot myself forward, my hands are contaminated. So I have to get up and I go and wash my hands. And I sit back down. I'm very, what's the word? Fastidious? Is that the word? I'm very, careful about that. Because I don't want to contaminate the bread, I don't want to do anything that could contaminate it in any way. Especially if other people are going to eat it. I would feel horrible. That's just me. Even if it's just me eating it. I don't want to get sick off of it. Wolf says that's how Pepperidge Farm started, in her kitchen. I watched it on the Food That Made America. Really? What, you mean Pepperidge Farm was started by an old man on a bug and waggy? Horse and buggy. That's what I meant, bug and waggy. Horse and buggy. Like the commercials say. What are you talking about, Wolf? Pepperidge Farms remembers. They lied to me again. Why, patriarchy? Why? Who says no? Watch the show. It was a lady. They named the company after. Oh, I believe you. I believe you. Sure, why not? I believe you. I have no reason to doubt that you're right about that. I'm just going by the commercials. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Or the Family Guy. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Oh, by the way, Woof. I've mentioned this to you before. I want to turn you on. You got to find some, like, you gotta get a hold of some tahini, dude. I want to turn you on to tahini. Never been able to get you into pho. I want to turn you on to tahini. I recently turned on Tam, and Tam has always liked tahini on like melons, like fruit. It's really good. And we usually have it like on mango and what have you. But recently I've gotten Tam into putting it on pizza. Tahini on pizza is the bomb. And like after I put it on, she goes to me, "Oh, this is why they have it on the table at this pizza place I go to." I go, "You have a pizza place where they put tahini on the table?" And she goes, "Yeah," and I never understood why. And I go, "Oh my God, damn." Tahini on pizza is fucking delicious. If you haven't had a chance to try it, you gotta try it. It's really good. So now we're onto this thing where we're trying to figure out what else tastes good with tahini. Tahini, if you don't know, it's kind of this spice mix of like lime and pepper, peppers and chili and salt, and it's delicious. It's delicious. Like you can find candy that has tahini on it. And it's nice and spicy, but it just gives this acidic kind of fruity flavor at the same time. And when you put it on your pizza, it is the bomb. The bomb. You should try it. Look for it in your store. If you have I don't know if you have Hispanic grocery stores in your area. Probably not. But yeah, look for it. It is delicious. Johnny says, tahini is good on almost everything. I overdid and haven't had it in a while. Oh yeah. We got a couple of big containers. I have like, there's two things I have on my nightstand next to my bed, and it's hot sauce and tahini. I want to try it with chocolate. That's my next thing is I want to try it with. It's tahini with chocolate. I bet that would be good. I've never had it with chocolate. I bet you that would be so good. Like a fruity, spicy kind of chocolate. Like I'm imagining just like making some chocolate bars and, putting tahini in it before it cools down. Have it go like all through the bar. I bet you'd be good. Well, I want to do that now. I want to temper some chocolate and make some tahini flavored chocolate. Oh my God, that would be so good. What am I talking about? I'm going crazy. It does sound good. Tam got me some chocolate, some dark chocolate. It's like 90% dark chocolate. I'm all, is this baking chocolate? I took a bite. It tastes like baking chocolate. This is not baking chocolate. Okay. It tastes exactly like baking chocolate. It is like bitter. Bitter. Like I would drop that in with other chocolate. You know what I mean? Like just to raise the bitterness of like normal chocolate. But now I'm thinking tea and chocolate, and I want to try that so bad. I don't think I have any chocolate though. Don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. But I could make it like a little like chocolate bar. I bet you I have some morsels around here somewhere. I bet you I do. I bet you I could do something. Yes. Why am I talking about that? I don't know. It's the chaos you come to expect when you come and sit with me at my live stream. Yeah. People on Mastodon that are watching this right now are going, wow, he's exactly like he is on Mastodon. Yeah, no. I'm just as chaotic, trust me. Just as chaotic, if not more so. Excuse me. Ooh, didn't mean to. Like I said, too many bowls. Too many bowls before the stream. And that's what happens. Your brain starts to go a little. I will survive. Because as long as I know how to live, know how to love, sorry, I know I'll stay alive. Wolf says not enough bowls. Wolf, that's hard to argue. Oh, John's going to say what he did. So, Johnny says, I did a quick video that panned across 4 lows and looked really good. Then I reacted and commented to each person who replied to the post. I also don't say anything about selling it. The title was, It's so gratifying when sourdough comes out just the way you want. It slowly snowballed into 90 comments with half saying, I want one. I then edited the post with an order form at the top of my email. Oh, that's smart. That's smart, Johnny. Oh, that is smart, Johnny. Very smart. Very, very smart. And now you know what you can do. Now you know what you can do is the next time you post about it, right? Don't do the same thing over again. The next time you post, make your video again. But this time what you say is, because of popular demand, the last time I did this, I decided I'd do it again. And then you let them know that if anybody's, looking for sourdough or whatever, right? You get what I'm saying? It's like your premise in the group is already set. Your legitimacy with them is already set. Now you got to use that to move forward. Johnny says it seems to work. Also, you can't post too many times in a row. It falls flat with the same audience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't post the same thing. Johnny says that is a good idea. I like it. Tell them it's popular. People want, other people want. Right, exactly. Just, and you don't even, you say, oh, because my last post on this was so popular and I had so much fun making bread for everybody, I thought I'd do another round. And here's what you do, Johnny. You say, you tell them that there is only a limited amount. You tell them how many you're going to make. Say I don't know how many you usually make. Say like you're going to make a dozen. I'm going to make a dozen loaves this day, right? Tell them there's a limited amount, and tell them I'll sell them to the first come, first serve. Create demand, right? Make it limited so that, and make it something that people were excited about before. Now you're doing more, but it's limited, right? Doesn't even have to be a bid. Just say, I'll, for however much you charge for it, just say, and then the thing is, even if you say 12, you can still make 20. No one's going to know if they're the first or the fifth or the 10th. Right? You get what I mean? Johnny says that is a good idea, but it is also true. I can only pump out so many per day. Right. Exactly. By letting him know that you can only make 12, that it becomes limited. Now people want it because, oh, there's only 12? I better get one. Oh, it was popular last time? I better get one. And you can make the number whatever you want. I'm only making 6. And you can go ahead and make a dozen. Because like I said, no one's going to know if they're the 3rd or the 5th or whatever. But even if you just wanted to go with what you made, you could do that. You just say, hey, I'm only making a dozen. I can only make a dozen. I'm selling a dozen. Again, let them know that. Creates demand. Sorry, it goes deep. We are cracking the code. Further. Well, you just, it helps to understand sales. It helps to understand what motivates people. Helps to understand what, demand creates. And just how to use that. That's like my mutant power, Johnny. It's like my mutant power that I've never exploited, was I'm really good at sales. I hated doing sales, but I was really good at it. Anyway, but that's cool. That's cool, Johnny. Let me know how it works next time. Let me know how it goes with this dough. And you still haven't made a sourdough without letting it set over, have you? Overnight, have you? Test to see if it's a little more sour. You got to do that. Let me know how that goes. That should be a lot of fun. All right, boys and girls, I'm done for the day. Out. So thanks for having fun with me. Thanks for joining me. I'll try to be back on Thursday or Friday. I don't really know right now. It's either going to be Thursday or Friday that I'll be back, and we'll have some more fun. So thanks for having fun with me. Thanks for visiting. Always good talking to you guys. And thank you to the new people that were watching today, even though maybe you couldn't contribute. Blame PeerTube on that. Thanks a lot for that. Have a nice day. Have fun. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.